Good morning. Good morning. We are back again. It is Tuesday morning, the 14th of December. 2 days from now on, it's a youth day, or we are in the youth month. I'm with Sheikh Mangobangwenya, the former utility midfielder for Mamelodi Sundowns and Vets. At Vets, he was a winger. Even at Sundowns, he was a winger. Did you ever go to central midfield, Sheikhs? You went to a striker, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, at Sundowns.
Yeah, I played as a striker at Sundowns, but also at Vets, I played in a lot of positions up front, right wing, left wing, also in the middle, which made it easier for me to get the lineup because I could play in all those positions.
Okay, all right. But I used to enjoy you on the right wing. You and others one were deadly that side. I would support Cosmos. Yes, other would harass me. I said, this guy. Yeah, welcome, Sheikhs. Could you kindly greet the viewers?
Thanks, Prasobri, for having me on the show. It's been a while, and good afternoon to all. Good day to all the listeners of our show. Hope you enjoy our show.
Sheikhs, we have just seen that Coach Pitso Mosimane and Ahly, they've reached what you call a mutual agreement that they part ways. But as much as I know, there were reports that things were not going well. There were times where we could see Coach Pitso losing his cool, calling some people to order, who wanted to impose some of the players. So those were the signs that things will come to that conclusion. Not only that, he brought Percy Tau, whom I believe did well, but there were rumblings. Is his favorite son and all that. I think there was a player whom they wanted, as a striker to play. But having said that, Pitso, I think, is the first coach who has done well for Ahly. No, look, Ahly has won a lot, but Pitso has taken them to another level. Moreover, if you look, he was there for 3 years, isn't it? If not so.
Yes.
So he has done exceptionally well. And we know how Pitso is. Pitso will never allow anyone to bully him. If he doesn't like things, he will say it in the face. Unfortunately, some people believe that their word should be the final word. Sometimes money can be something else, money can be something else. But and then also, to be fair enough to the president of the team, the guy we know, he set the bar high. I don't think he thought Pitso would fail, but probably the pressure, from whoever was, next to him. But you see, this guy, that's how he is. He reminds me of Florentino Perez at Real Madrid. Florentino Perez, his standard is very high. And sometimes we argue and say, what is he doing, but that's Florentino Perez. At some point, I got shocked when he fired Capello. And for me, Capello was doing well, but remember, Capello was playing a very defensive football. Then he said he doesn't like football, the football that is being played. It's not according to the culture of Real Madrid. And then Zinedine Zidane, who has done very, very well, being the first coach to win 3 Champions League in a row. But Capello, Fiorentina, when it comes to them disagreeing, was not afraid to let him go. So the way I see this guy, the president of Al Ahly, is in the same mood. I may not have information, I may not have all information. Remember, we are just throwing our wild imagination. All right, it could have been nice if we had Coach Pitso Mosimane. Maybe it was good for them not to talk about what happened. All right, let them, reach an amicable solution because they may meet again. Who knows? Who knew that one day um, um, the coach at Real Madrid, what's his name again now? He's back with Real Madrid. At some point, he was fired. So now he's back with them. So we'll never know. Maybe Coach Pitso Mosimane will go there. So I started with a long explanation, trying to give some little bit background in terms of imagination. I want to be clear in terms of imagination because I didn't get those facts from anywhere. I don't know, Shakes. How do you see what I've outlined?
Yeah, Prasobri, Pitso has done well for Al Ahly. Let's look at his achievements first. 1 Egyptian championship, 1 league title, 2 CAF Champions League with Al Ahly. And, he has won the hearts of those Egyptians. They love him. I was having a look at their page yesterday, wishing him a farewell. And, the heartfelt, the love that they have for Pitso, some of them, they don't understand why he's leaving. And by the way, he was not fired. It was an amicable decision to part ways. And by the way, Pitso could be going to Qatar. He's got offers, I don't think he's coming back to South Africa. So he's somebody who's done well for Al Ahly. I think it was good that they left amicably. There was no sort of fighting between them when he left. And we could well see Pitso going back to the biggest team of the century, Al Ahly. Yeah.
Yeah, Shakes. Tsepan, welcome to the show. I see that you have been struggling with the connection. We've already started the show with Coach Pitso Mosimane, trying to throw our imagination very wild about what happens. But we are in agreement that Coach Mosimane is the best in Africa and is one of the best in the world. So all is not lost. Tsepan, what is your input as far as this development are concerned?
Yes, first things first, good morning to you, Mr. Shakes, and to you, Mr. Shabalala, and to the viewers. And what happened, what happened, yes, he left. Yeah, it was based on a mutual agreement, which both parties agreed on the matter. And secondly, I personally feel like it'll always come out like that based on a mutual agreement. I guess that's what they will say because he was still in contract with Al Ahly. But we all know that it's been coming even during the season. They didn't have the best season, Al Ahly, but they managed to grind it out and managed to get the points that they needed, but in a very scruffy way, a difficult way. And that was when the rumors started happening, going around that it's a possibility that he might leave if he doesn't win the CAF Champions League or if he doesn't win the league with Al Ahly. So the rumors started at the beginning of the season. Even when Percy Tau was introduced, they kept on saying that Pitso, he has birthed Percy Tau. Percy Tau, it's one of his children, why isn't he playing the likes of Sheriff, the regular players in Al Ahly? Because of Percy Tau was here, he's the one that's making them lose, All of these rumors started building up and coming along. But I guess we saw it coming. If he doesn't win the CAF Champions League, something was going to happen which did happen now, that they managed to come up with an agreement and for the coach to just part ways with the club. But these are things that happened during the season. But as Mr. Seix did say, we saw that there are offers coming in Qatar as well as France as well. He's getting offers in France. Apparently in Morocco as well. He's currently in Morocco at the moment, so we don't know what's happening there. So it'll be interesting what will happen, where we're moving forward. But he's a high-profile coach. Any big team would be happy to have him. And yeah, I know that he will take the best decision, and we might see him at any club at the beginning of the season.
I want to say, you'll agree with me or disagree with me here, that we should also honor the wife. Coach Pitso Mosimane is a good business lady. Don't underestimate that, you know? They know how to play their cards. Remember, Coach Mosimane has just signed a contract. And I can imagine when this mutual agreement was reached, he had to be bought. They had to buy. I can just imagine, all right? And one of the things that has made me feel comfortable is with his foresight and love for the football, he has already started his academy, which is a legacy for me. So I'm saying big up, you know? And then I'm happy that he didn't do like the rest of the former players who go for the team, because a team is expensive. There's nothing wrong in doing that. But what he has done, for me, it shows that it's like what Jomo is explaining. He regards Cosmos as an academy, you know, says he's a team, he's selling players, people don't understand. It's not about him winning titles and so on. So yeah. But while I see that Shakes keeps on breaking, I want to hear from Shakes. Shakes, if you were Percy Tau now, how would you be feeling? Or just imagine, how's Percy Tau now? He had that South African. We don't have South Africans anymore in that technical team, am I right?
No, we don't have.
So he had Coach Pitso as his compatriot. So now he's there all by himself. How, as a former player, how does it pan out, Shakes? Or what do you think will be going through Percy's mind? Tsepa, I see that Shakes is still struggling. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Percy's contract is a 2-year contract, so he still has another year with Ahly, but it gives him an option to leave and head to another club if things turn out that way, you know. But with me, I feel like when he got there, the treatment, yes, he was welcomed, it's good, but things were kind of different in Al Ahly, you know. In terms of the treatment, the supporters as well. That's why I'm saying that they all said that Percy.
Yeah, I see that you got cut. I don't know what could be the problem. Maybe it's connectivity again. And I see that Shakes is there. Shakes, we're talking about Percy Tau. That if let's say you are Percy Tau, you're in his shoes, and now here is your fellow countryman has left, the guy that you can share a lot of things in common in terms of food, in terms of culture and the language and so on. Now you're left with the guys here who are speaking Arab and food and so on. You're all by yourself, and you're known. The guy who left was you were the blue-eyed boy for him. So how do you think what's panning out for Percy?
Yeah, Prasobri, it's obviously a difficult situation for Percy, you know, because Pitso is the one who decided to bring Percy to Al Ahly. from Brighton, you know, and Percy has worked with Pitso. It's like a father and son relationship. It's the guy he trusts, you know, with his football career. So now he's left, and he's left a hostile situation there where a lot of people, a lot of supporters were questioning Percy Tau's inclusion in the team at times, even though Percy justified a lot his inclusion in the team. But now Pitso used to fight for him. You know what kind of a coach Pitso is. He's a no-nonsense coach, and he wasn't taking any nonsense from the fans. You know, every time they questioned his inclusion of certain players, he'll be very quick to discipline those supporters. So now Percy will not have that. I mean, but he's a professional. He needs to just keep working hard, you know, and proving Al Ahly that he's worthy of playing in that team. I'm sure they know his quality as well. It's undoubted, you know. So it's for him to just work through his contract because he's a professional footballer. There's not much he can do now. He can't leave with Pitso. He'll just have to work hard and try and see his contract through, and then see how that goes, you know, and if he can still carry on at Al Ahly, or he needs another atmosphere in his career.
Tepang, you were trying to finish up that subject of Percy Tau, and then I think you'll be last to comment on this one, so that we close the subject and move on to the next subject.
Yes, what Mr. Shakes is saying is actually what I wanted to say. But the only advantage,
yeah,
true.
yeah, in politics we would say
Yeah, so
all right.
It's up to him basically. If he wants to be professional about the matter and stay with the club and just grind it out till his contract ends, then he can do that. But if he feels like the treatment that he's been getting, it's getting to him and he doesn't feel welcome there, it's an easy option for him to leave, because I'm sure he still has offers even outside, you know, and he's only left with 1 year with the team. So it will be a good buy if other teams come and snatch him and just buy him, you know, other than him leaving for free at the end of the campaign. So it's two ways to the thing. But we'll just wait and see what will happen and what will unfold. But we did see Al Ahly as well. They were training the past couple of weeks, and Percy Tau, yes, was on international break, but the games are done. I guess he was supposed to join the team now recently, but we haven't seen him being there. So I don't know what's going to happen or what's happening, or maybe he's on holiday, or I don't know. But we'll just see what happens going forward.
All right. Guys, thank you very much. It was a lovely show. We wish Percy Tau a good luck. He's our homeboy. We'll continue to raise our flag here. And then Coach Pitso Mosimane, we salute you. And then, yeah, let's move on. Thank you, guys. Tepang, may you kindly bid the viewers farewell.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Tabaland, and to you, Mr. Shakes. And yeah, we can't wait to see what will unfold and what will happen in the next couple of days.
All right, Shakes.
Thanks, Prasobri. Thanks, Tepang. Thank you to our viewers for watching our show. And yeah, cheers.
Thank you very much. We'll talk at the lunch hour. Hi, everybody. My name is the Sobri Boys Wanifatse from the Big R, or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things: lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again. because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people, they don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.